Yo guys, welcome back. It's a beautiful Sunday. I hope each and every one of you is doing well. On my side, I'm doing good. Welcome back. This is the Forex Crypto Hub. Uh, we are going to have our weekly market forecast as usual. So guys, feel at home. If you have any question, kindly don't forget to ask. And also, for those who have not yet subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe to our channel, help us grow. Also, share with your friends, comment, like. Yeah, so guys, let's move to the market. And we are going to start with sentimental analysis where we are going to use my FX book and check on sentiments, what's there for us. My FX book. We start with my FX book on that. That's where we're going to get something on sentiments. So you come to community, then under community is where you are going to have sentiments. So you click on sentiments, and then you drop down, and you are going now to see there. So coming to Euro USD, you can see 70% of traders are on sales, and sorry, okay, you can continue. You can see 70% are on sales and 30% are on longs. So in this case, as for me, I joined the 30%. Coming to GBP USD, you can see we have 69% on sales, 31 on buys. So as for me, I can look for a position where we have the buys or the buyers. For USD JPY, you can see it's almost balancing. That is 49%, 51%. Um, but you can see, so on that we will check and see. So GBP JPY, you can see how the statistics are. Yeah. So let's check on gold. Let's check on gold and then move straight to fundamental analysis. Let's check on gold. Let's check on gold. That is XAUUSD. And on gold, you can see 46% are on sales, while 54% are on buys. Remember, we are still bullish, so um, and in this case, you can see we have 46% on sales. So the difference, the margin there is not that big, but when we check on fundamentals and then technicals, we'll get maybe something much on that. But basing now our argument on the statistics we have here, in the best part of the week, we can expect the market to be on sales. We can expect the market to be on sales. That is now basing our argument in the statistics we have here. So that is it now on the sentiment. We can go straight to fundamentals, and we are going to have our the forex factory. That's what we are going to use here, forex factory, so that we can see how the economic calendar looks like for this week. So let's just give it some minutes. Uh, so you can see 11 hours ago, Fed finally accepting errors. We have a question mark, not really, I don't know. The Federal Reserve Chairman Powell addressed to National Association for Business on Tuesday. Okay, on that I don't know. So let's check on how the economic calendar looks like. Let's check on how the economic calendar looks like this week. So tomorrow is on Monday, and tomorrow being on Monday, the major news tomorrow is on New Zealand. That is the CPI quarter to quarter. You can see previous was at the 0.5%. We are expecting a 0.8%, which is an increase according to statistics here. That is now on the forecast. Remember, CPI is inflation on the consumer side. CPI stands for Consumer Price Index. So that is inflation on the consumer side. So um, on that, I don't have much to comment on, but I'll expect an increase on that. Remember, this is a quarter to quarter, so it is inflation for a period of 3 months. Uh, let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday, we are going to have Canadian CPI month over month. Month over month, you can see previous was negative 0.1. The expectation this time is still the same. The expectation this time is still the same. Uh, we have the median CPI, that is year over year. Previous was at 3.1. The expectation is at 3%. So uh, that one. On Wednesday, GBP, we are going to have CPI year over year. Previous was at 3.8. Expectation this time is at the expectation this time is at 4%, so which is an increase. So let's wait and see on these CPIs if the actual comes out greater than the previous. We can expect something there. Uh-huh. On euro, we are going to have a German manufacturing PMI, and also we are going to have the flash service PMI. Coming to these PMIs, if the data comes out above 50, that means it's a good news for that currency. That is another basic currency. In this case, is the euro. If it comes below 50, it's not. It's bad news for that. So I'm not going to have much to say on that. GBP, we are going to have the flash manufacturing PMI that will be at 1130. We are going to have the service PMI as well. Hmm. So for that, I don't know. We'll just wait. Coming to Friday, this is on Friday at 3:30 p.m. You can see we have the news on the US that is on CPI. Remember, below here we are even given that note. The US government data may be impacted by the shutdown. Right? Events are subject to delay, revision, or cancellation. You can see even on Thursday, you have not had the unemployment claims. Even in this week's data is not included. So, talking of the US, we will just leave it at that. And mostly, as you all know, that I mostly trade the US related news. So, if that's the case, then I'll just be watching the when it comes to news events, right? Yeah, so we can now move on to we can now move on to technical analysis. Technical analysis. First, we'll just do a quick recap of what we had last week and how things played out. We can just have a quick recap of last week's events and how things uh, went down. So this was the dollar index. That this is the analysis we did on Sunday. You can check on the previous live session. We had this. We expected the market to come to this zone, and if it went past that zone, we expected the upper zone, which was now the strongest point, and that is exactly what happened. The market went up to that level, but it went a little bit past it, and then from there you can see we have had a very massive drop. This is on the dollar index. That was on the dollar index. The other pair we have been on is the gold, XAUUSD. So on gold, happened? What happened on gold? So on gold, remember we expected the market to come back to this zone and then give a buy, and that is exactly what happened. The market came here and then it went up. So on Monday, waking up, I found the market around this point, and I did a video, and which uh, gave a signal to have the market by targeting this area around 42.25, and that happened. So for those who got that update, they harvested 1100 pips plus 1100 pips plus. That was now on that trade alone. So for those who got the first entry and held, and for those who got the first entry and end to this point, they invested 1,987 pips. Up to that, which was our original target. But maybe now, for those who just continued and holding the market to where it reversed from, that was 3,500 pips. But on Friday, that was not. I just posted that on my status for this sale. The market gave 1900, 1900 pips. So let's just do fresh analysis and see what we expect this week. So let's see what we expect this week. Let's see what we expect this week. So I'm going to start with the weekly. We're going to start from weekly time frame. We are going to start from weekly time frame. Good. Now coming to weekly time frame, I mark this I and also I'll mark this low. I'll mark this low. So with the high and the low, I already have my playground. And then something interesting here is this one. Something interesting here is this order block. Something interesting on weekly is this one. That is it. And now, as you can see, the market tapped there and it began to have a pullback. After tapping there, you can see a pullback. It's interesting. So let's go to daily. Now, coming to daily time frame, there's nothing much. What you can clearly see is that we had this order block again here on a daily time frame, which the market did not tap, but you can see the market respected the weekly one, and on Friday you can see dollar index was very bullish. So now, since the market is bullish and it's going up, we have this as a point of interest over here, because this is what can likely happen. What we have here, the market looks like it's trying to give an head and shoulders pattern, so it can come here and then drop, or the market can come to this point and then go up, clear the liquidity and continue going up, right? So now looking at DXY, this is daily time frame. You can see the market has had this um, uptrend forming. You have a formation on an uptrend here. That is what the market is currently doing with two touches on both the support and the resistance. So the market might as well decide to go and give a third touch on the what, on the resistance. So let's see daily. Let's see on daily time frame what's there. Coming to daily, you can see what the market did initially. The market formed a double top pattern. The market formed a double top pattern and then it dropped massively. But now you can see the market is going up and we have a very strong point of interest over here. So first we will wait for the market at this point. This one might give us a sell of the market to this zone, and then maybe from there it's when we can go up. So this zone is going to be a very key point. This one is going to be a very key point. We just have to wait and see. Okay. Sorry. We are going to wait and see first market open and see how the market behaves from there, and then we can decide on how we are going to take our trades. So first we expect buy to this level, then from there we expect sales. That is now on the dollar index. That is now on the dollar index. That is what we are expecting on the dollar index. That is now what we are expecting on the dollar index. So let's check on gold. Let's check on gold. Uh, Before gold, I guys allow me to check on euro USD. I don't trade this pair actually, but let me just check on it. Let me check your list for this trade Euro USD. Remember in the sentiments you said that we are expecting buys because most of traders are on sales, and we expect the opposite. We want to join the minority, not the majority. So first I mark the high, the recent high, and also I mark the low. I also mark the low. So with these two, I already have my playground. With the two, I have my playground. With the two, I have my playground. And don't forget, generally the market is in an uptrend, right? Generally the market is in an uptrend. So let's see what is there on daily. On daily time frame, the current trend is a bearish trend. The current trend here is a bearish trend. We have a bearish trend here. Uh-huh. We have a bearish trend which looks like that. Is currently we have a bearish trend, and if you zoom in your charts currently on the current market, you will see that we have a very strong level here, which has an imbalance there and also an order block. So this one is going to be a very key point of interest. This one is going to be a very key point of interest. So let's go to 4 hour time frame. Let's shift to 4 hour time frame. So you have seen that on the daily time frame, the market is having a downtrend, but on the weekly, it's an uptrend. Coming to 4 hours, you can clearly see the market is having what an uptrend. This you can see we have trends in trends, a trend inside another trend, and that is the beauty of this strategy. You can see a trend inside another strategy. So now on 4 hour time frame, remember we have marked this on daily. We have marked that one on daily. So checking on 4, you can see the market had formed a double bottom, and then the market went up. It's now coming down. Remember, this is where we have the neckline of that double bottom, and also this happens to be an imbalance and also an OB on the daily time frame. So we are expecting the market to drop to this level, and then from there we can take our longs. And if the market now comes and breaks here, retest, we can hold for longs. Remember, on the other hand, we expect a buy on the dollar index and then a sell. So if the buy is happening, the Euro USD will be selling, and now the time the dollar is selling, Euro USD will be buying, and that's how it operates. So this is my expectation on this. This is my expectation on this. So we just have to wait. We have to wait and see how things are going to unfold or play out. So that is 4 hour time frame. I guess the 1 hour time frame has nothing much to see. So if you check on 1 hour time frame, you can clearly see that there's nothing much on it. There's nothing much to check on. Because now the market, you can see clearly the market has formed an head and shoulders pattern. This is the right shoulder which was formed there. So that is enough to push the market to this our designated zone. So with that one, uh, we can just wait and see how things are going to unfold and play out. So we can now move forward and check on the on gold. We can check on gold. XAU XAU USD USD gold. This is gold, the precious metal, the precious metal, the precious metal. So let me do clearance there, and then we come to that. We come to weekly time frame, so we have nothing much to do here. First, I do what? I mark the I, that is now the highest I or all time I, and we got this one this last week. And also, after marking that, I can mark the high of the previous week. Those two are enough. Remember, the market is currently on a very, very strong bullish trend. Market is on a very, very bullish trend. So, coming to daily time frame, you can see the candlestick for Friday. It was very strong bearish. It even took out the low of Thursday's candlestick, and the market here respected this. The market respected this FVG, and then you have seen the market started to give a pullback. But now, this is a very strong level for me to watch. This is a very strong support zone for me to watch. I'll not ignore it. I'll not ignore that. This one is a very strong support zone for me to watch. Now let's go to 4 hour time frame. Let's go to 4 hour time frame. So on Friday, I had the sales on that and market played out well. So you can see where the market reversed from. It was a daily time frame imbalance, and also we had a 1 hour order block there. The market reversed from that level. You can see currently the market is on that strong. It had that 8-4 bullish candlestick before the market. No, sorry, the market closed. There's nothing much on the 4 hour time frame. Let's see 1 hour. What does the 1 hour communicate? Let's 1 hour communicating to us. First thing you need to note in the 1 hour before the market gave that strong drop, it gave us an impact, that is a double top. The market is currently going up, so I expect the market to retest on the neckline of the M before we can continue dropping to that point. And maybe the market comes to this level and it fails to drop, it's still okay because the trend is still very bullish. Now, we have a point of interest here. We have another block. We have an order as if FBG at the same zone. So this is going to be my point of watch for this week. That is going to be my point of watch this week. So I expect gold to come up to this and then uh, drop and then drop. By so doing, the market will have completed a clear head and shoulders pattern with a double top, and things will be nice. So that is my expectation on this. That is my expectation on the gold. And if that one fails, still okay. We can shift. So remember, we are still on a bullish trend, but there's nothing that is clearly showing the a buy entry on this. So we need to wait for that one to happen. Maybe when we come to these lower time frames, that one 30 minutes is not that much clear. So maybe now I come to 15, and 15 is trying to communicate something to me. 15 minutes is trying to communicate to me. We have a very strong zone here. If I extend to this other side, you can clearly see it's a strong zone there, right? And yeah, that is it. So by so doing, the market will have given us an inverted head and shoulders. Inverse head and shoulders. So this is currently where we have the market. The market might decide to drop and then go up to the point of interest over there. And at the point of interest, we happen to have an M15 FVG here. So I can have a watch on that as a point of interest also. Uh, can the market, we wait for how the market open. At the market open, it can decide to come back here and then go up before now we start dropping, or the market can open and decide let me continue going what? Let me continue going up. So we just wait and see how the market is going to open, and we will go with the flow of the market. We will go with the flow of the market. Yeah, so I don't know if there's anything else I have to check, but I don't know. Huh. Yes, there's nothing I need to check on. But for those who trade oil, by just looking at this, it's very clear that we're going to have some good buys. We're going to have good buys on it. Let me change. Yeah, we're going to have some good buys on it. You can see I had this kind of a sell, but it failed. Hit the stop loss, but the market dropped nicely. Initially, at first, we had this buys market moved up very well. It crashed nicely. Yeah, so let's just have a look on it. We can call it a beige. So on weekly time frame, this is now on oil or crude oil. That is, this is the high we are going to mark. We have this low where currently the market is approaching, and below that, I can now have this one as my strong point of interest. So I can expect this market to come to this blue line, and then I can look for buys. That is on weekly time frame. You can see in the recent weeks, you can see that in the recent weeks, the market has been very bearish on oil. So let's check on daily. Let's check on the daily time frame. So coming to daily, you can clearly see that the market has had a trend. The market has had a trend. The market has had a very clear downtrend. You can see, and we have a very strong, we have a very strong resistance. We have a very strong resistance zone over here. We have a very strong resistance zone over here. So you can expect the market to continue going up, and then you can watch this resistance zone. See the behavior there. Coming to 4 time frame, the market also has this trend. This trend. This is what the market has over here. This is what the market has over here. And okay, yeah, the market has been dropping. So this one is a possible falling wedge. It's a possible falling wedge that is now basing our argument on the H4 perspective. And now this might be what the market is trying to do. Okay, that the one I was trying to do is in the bigger picture. So let's just focus on the current one. Let's focus on this, uh, which is now an inverted head and shoulders possibility. So you can expect this market to start going up. That is now on crude oil. You can expect crude oil to start going up. Let's see whether we are going to have somewhere where we can get our entry from. Because now looking at this, we have a lot of liquidity over here, and also on the other side we have a lot of liquidity. Yeah, and since we are expecting buys, so we can expect the market to first come down before we are set off. So we can expect the market, uh, to come down, then we will be good to go. We can expect the market to drop, grab liquidity, respect this one, and then we are good to go. And by so doing, we will have an inverse head and shoulders, and that is a very nice buy signal on that. And if that one fails as well, the market can go up, grab this liquidity here, and then give a retest, and then we can continue will up on the same. So oil is showing some signs of long-term buys. Keep following up on oil, that is crude oil. Keep following up. Long buys are loaded. So that's it from me this Sunday. That's it from me this Sunday, guys. Um, I appreciate your time. Have a good and also a peaceful trading week ahead. See you next Sunday for more. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and also subscribe if you have not. See you next Sunday. Bye bye. It's your mentor signing out.